efficient in the sense of like what you can do in that space and shit. I thought that was hilarious because I just do this shit because I like it. But I do try to like make a different-ish shape. I'll show you in a sec what I mean with like my previous locations. You're no immediate danger. You're fine. Let's get you rescued. Let's get that into some storage. Surprised that nobody's kind of going bonkers, you know? Hold on. So, like, the first location we were at with this colony looks like this. Yeah, we were there for like a year. Had like 186 people when we moved. And yeah, the circles were the first time I did circles in this game. And then when we moved, I didn't get to finish building this place because it got corrupt when 1.5 updated. We had to emergency evacuate off the tile ASAP, and we had to leave behind a whole shit ton of resources because we'd just culled majority of our hauling animals that we'd moved here with. So I never got to finish that one, but it was going for more squares and stuff because I was trying to challenge myself to use squares, which I don't really use much. And then this location, I kind of just wanted funky shapes and also some circles. Again, I like the circles. They were neat. I did want to remake these, and I did like it next to like the ocean side because that was similar to that offline base that I had. But the bedrooms were a necessity. I actually wanted them to be round, but the condos are kind of made out of necessity at this point because of how many people I've got and how many people I had to keep making bedrooms for. Plus, on top of that, the amount of times I fucking remade this area. I remade this kitchen like, I don't even know how many times. Probably 8, maybe. I remade this whole thing because it just didn't work. And what I wanted to do didn't work for my colony. And I had to keep repeatedly changing it. So we kind of like babysat that fucking corner for ages. This is also a prison as well. But when I don't have prisoners, like at the moment I don't have any prisoners, it's now a hospital, just like that room. So we get an additional hospital. So we end up with 4 hospitals on this map, which I think is quite useful. What are you doing, Gabriella? Moderate psychic drone. It's fine. You're going to have a tantrum. Somebody's going to hit you in a minute. Somebody will be with you in a minute. What else? It's farmy, don't plant drugs. No. So this is a no drugs playthrough as well. So they can't like juice up before a battle, and you know, they can't use it for recreation as well. So there's that. They are allowed chocolate. They're not allowed beer or anything like that. If I catch anybody having alcohol or hitting the recreations of, you know, the drug varieties, they will get absolutely put in hospital or prison by majority of the rest of the colony. And or anybody that has like, you know, the drug binge, yeah, they will absolutely have the snot beaten out of them, put in hospital, then probably put in prison. That's how my colony works. If they keep doing it, they get their life privileges revoked eventually, because, you know, there's only so many people that are worth kind of keeping here. By the way, I've got to make a lot of eyeballs too. I've got to make like 50 at least. There's not 50 people that are... What are you doing? Hold on. Who are you, mate? Who are you? What are you doing? Oh, you're super loyal. Yeah, right. Hold on, we'll leave him alone. So I just noticed somebody walking through my colony. I'm like, I could take you. Anyway. You also need a drink. Yeah. I've got my heater up a bit warm tonight. It's a bit much. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on them as they're kind of like milling around, because I'm expecting everybody here to go on tantrums. So I'm not going to be telling them to do anything. I'm not going to be forcing them to do anything. I just got to wait this one out for a bit, which gives me time to chitty chat. So I don't really mind that. I've got to start making like better bedrooms. We'll get to that. What else? I didn't get much sleep either. I was up until 4 a.m. Woke up 9. Had an appointment. Probably gonna best sleep of my life later today. I'm feeling that like tomorrow. I'm just concerned that I'm gonna sleep in till Thursday. That's my only concern. I guess if there was some tactical advantage or anything, just trying to absorb much info as possible for eventually play this game. Oh yeah. Well, probably the first thing you want to know is I'm not playing the game how it's supposed to be played. I don't play anything I play the way it's supposed to be played. So this is not a good example of RimWorld. I can guarantee you that. There's maybe like 5 other people that I know of that are playing in the same kind of chessboard that I am in RimWorld. But mine's like pacifist, borderline psychotic at the same time. So yeah, mine's peaceful. Like most people, like if you take a prisoner, you cut off their legs and you eat those, or you store them for like your animals to eat. I also have like nearly 700 animals as well milling around as well. So that's a lot. That's a lot of like shit moving around that needs to be constantly patted or tamed or food taken to it and all sorts of shit. So that's a lot of upkeep. I'm trying to send some of my animals over here. One thing you're going to want to know is that you can auto slaughter and keep your animals to a limit if you want to. That's really fucking useful. That is kind of the only way I keep my colony from just being overrun with like any one specific creature. So there's that. What else? I'll go ahead and get back into the game when they're done with Baldur's Gate. That's fair. Yeah, diamonds. I mean, diamonds are okay for like setting up stuff like this. I've got this triple walled, so if somebody like bombs it or sieges it or whatever, they can break the doors really easy, but they're going to take a bit of effort to get in the walls. The extra thickness of the walls that I have here will mean that the temperature inside stays more consistent to whatever temperature I make it, as opposed to like, hold on, as opposed to outside over here. You can see we've got a wide range of different temperatures. These are air conditioned, that's air conditioned, that's air conditioned, that is not. Which reminds me, we're in summer. I need to remove the roofs. Hold on. I gotta take the roofs off my grow rooms so that I stop wasting the solar thing. That's gonna give us a huge boost. As long as we don't get a cold snap again. We keep getting like heat waves and cold snaps. So that is a problem. I also noticed my animals aren't getting into my fucking grow areas. That's bliss. What else? Diamonds are the most resourceful, efficient for building interior spaces. Which is useful for sea ice colonies. If you start a sea ice map, ultra limited resources, so every single resource counts. Have double doors, indoor space. If you build diamond versus square. The other thing too is that I also like really large, open, sprawling bases as well. So like my base design in that way is not efficient for resources, storage, or like utilization of building and construction and crap. So that's a thing too. I also, hold on, I went past something before that I was thinking of was inefficient purposely because I just like it. Oh yeah, I don't have a kill box or anything. This is like my defense system is I have, hold on. I have turrets. I have a lot of turrets. I have hundreds of turrets. That's it. I have turrets and I have people. They should get thicker on the back wall here. There we go. That's my defense and people and animals. Unfortunately, at the moment, I sent most of my attack animals out of the base. So that's a problem. But I have a lot of people, so it's a rec room. This is the rec room. I'll chill here for a little bit. Yeah, this is currently my rec room. It's not enough for the people that I've got, but it works. It still works because unless I'm having a wedding in here and then I have all of my colonists want to be in here, you know, they'll use whatever. However, it's still a drawback, but the AI will run for cover, force and have 0 cover options. What else is going on here? Yeah, I agree with Beza in a way. I'd recommend probably just loading into a game and then like seeing how long it takes your game, like your colonists, to either die, set the place on fire, get attacked, whatever, and then use that information and try to do better next time, kind of thing. Moderate psychic drone, you're fine. Where was the Zit event? Yeah, it's fine. It's only because these have actually got power and I don't have enough batteries for it. I'll spin that one. Let's look at the power grid. I've got these separated for a reason. No? Why aren't you getting power? No, you're getting power. You guys are just using it too fast. I separated this because I didn't trust that my people wouldn't blow something up. Hang on a ticket. Also, if you have something really nice in your base and or expensive, your colonists will go over there when they're pissed off and they will kick it and break it. Just be aware of that. That's why I said earlier that I had legendary and masterwork beds, and I now have 1 masterwork, 2 masterwork. Good. Yeah, I have 2 of them left. I don't have any legendary hospital beds left. I had excellence and stuff when we arrived. Where's the sprout? It's fine. They'll get picked up because it's here. Also, my animals here are quite free range. So that's kind of nice. They're holding out well. Everybody, the malaria crossed with the fucking medium psychic drone. We're doing okay. Like I said, I'm not going to tell anybody to do anything at the moment. I'm just letting them kind of mill about and do whatever the fuck they want. Because I'm not about to piss off anybody beyond what they already are. Plus, more turrets here. This is all we've got installed so far. I sent some with, but I really need to be making more. But this is our kind of like safety corner at the moment. So we can come and huddle up here, and we have, because we got mech raided here. So that wasn't great. You wish, Leia. Hold on a second. Where are you? You're in an okay spot. I only say that because there's only a couple of people that could shoot her. And there's not a lot of people that could walk in around her. She might die though. Hold on. Let me just save that just in case she dies. Hey Dan, how the fuck are you? What are you up to? Let's gotta keep an eye on her for a second. Hopefully she doesn't die. Is a kill box a general term for an area you funnel enemies in to kill vantage? Oh yeah. Ah, she's fine. You guys, release her. Franklin can walk her over to the hospital because he's a doctor. Franklin, mate, can I grab you? Yeah? Yeah, she's got 11 hours. Should be okay. The only problem with this is because everybody's having a tantrum. Everybody is dropping their guns. That is a big issue that I have right now. Is that between everybody having malaria and everybody having a fucking psychic drone, they're dropping weapons all over the place. It's not great. I kicked a pile of high explosives in anger. Oh yeah, they'll do that too. My people haven't done the kick yet, but I do have like a, 5 foam popper just in case they do a punt. Like, they'll go down, they might die. But because I save so frequently, there is a chance that I can get somebody to hit them before they do it. Alright, that one we can't fix. I can't tame. I can't retame. That's one of my glitches. I can't, no matter how long I capture somebody for, I can't fix that. So that one's a no. I know which glitches I've fucking got. Mind you, some of them like play up differently from week to week, but that's a consistent one. I'm just not fucking around with that. Be curious to see what she does instead. Because when you reload back in, you have a chance to have a different outcome. Also, these guys are not getting tamed, so I'm just we're gonna eat them. They've been given plentiful rice, and they have not decided to assimilate, so we're just they clearly want to kill us anyway, because they're in a group all the way over here, so, gonna happen. Yeah, killbox is basically what would be referred to as a bottleneck IRL. Yeah, it pretty much kind of like funnels them into a small area where you can kind of like have an advantage in a fight. I actually do use it in like Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne. I just don't use it in RimWorld. It's not my thing for this. I just like having the big open bases and stuff. Like this will get built out. I know it's super hard to see. I don't know if I can select multiples. But yeah, I've got like heaps of designs hidden in here and stuff that'll slowly get built out and stuff. And then I'll have like everything's like kind of spread out again. Kind of like this, but I'm hoping to do a little bit more space because of this crap here. Hold on. I can't build on this. I can't grow on that. I could if I want to do hydroponics, but I'm not willing to do that there. So, yeah. I'm trying not to have the same thing here. As for the most part, it's kind of a similar idea. The targeting rules for enemy pawns are very simple. They're walkable path to enemy. They can reasonably target movement. They spawn in. They'll chase the enemy down even through a maze. Yeah, they will. So if you have, like, for instance, over here, you know how I was kind of showing you guys before that if I put an X on this door, the colonists would go all the way around to this door as their next nearest door to exit out of here from, even though they have like a 50-50 chance of either or. The same kind of thing applies to your raiders. If there's a door or an open passage, they will try to go through that first and follow your colonist. Like the only thing I'm actually concerned about at this point in the game is actually the new manhunter mechanic, because if the new manhunter mechanic actually hits one of my original colonists, I can't probably save them, as opposed to like any other scenario. You still alive? Yes. Hold on. I gotta cough for a sec. There we go. Yeah, as far as like actually like fighting enemies and stuff, okay, it does suck sometimes when we get like a really huge group of mechs. Where the fuck are you at the back here, mate? Like we had the 39 mechs the other week. That was not great just because of what they were. Sometimes you get really big groups of a specific type and it's really bad. And other times, like if they send me people, if they keep sending me people, I will keep taking people. This is how I keep getting more people. Apart from Sue, who just like joined on her own, you know. Maybe they're wearing some beefy armor. They took a small damage. Nice. My people don't really have armor. That's another thing too, is like if I click on random person, they might have, they should have, most of them have a helmet. Most of them don't have armor. I was trying to build that here, but I was getting capped on the steel and the plasteel and like components and crap. And I ended up just fixing up everybody that needed like bionics or prosthetics and prioritizing that to have them able-bodied and able to get around and do whatever, as opposed to having the armor, because this whole time we haven't had armor. Like a couple of people will. Like you got a vest, you have proper armor. You got proper armor down here too. Some of them have got it. It's just the majority don't. I also find that I feel like it helps my raids not be so bad. You know? There's that too. Also, no worries, Beza. Headed out for a bit. A friend wants to watch a review with me. Oh yeah. Nice. We'll have a good time. I'll still be here for a while. I'll be here until like either my energy wears off or my stream time ends. It's one or the other. Because I gotta sleep eventually. And yeah, I'm still good for the moment. I still have kind of some energy and shit. But yeah, as far as like RimWorld goes, if you're new to it in any capacity, here we go, here's the group. If you're new to it, I strongly recommend like just getting in and like trying to play. Because like as tactical as anybody can be, like some of it is like figuring out through losing occasionally. I need you lot to come back in here. I don't know if Sam's going to make it all the way in here. We'll see. You lot. Some of you guys have got guns and some of you don't. They've been waiting for this whole time. Sam is not fast. Of course he does have a gun. And Barb's got a gun. So they might, if you can get over the fence, there's really only one on this side. Have you got a gun? Yeah, sword. You keep running, mate. Gabriella should. Seahorse should. And she's got a gun. You can come forwards. Oh, they're stuck with the fence. That's actually better. Oh, there goes the fence. Okay, well, we broke the fence. This is something I also made a choice of with this location because I actually want the turrets to be on the inside so I could have a slight bit more paddock space. But it means that anytime we get attacked by something, we actually break the fence, which isn't great. I need you to kind of sit here. I don't know if you're going to come up and help us. That one's not Manhunter. And that's mine. Yeah, Seahorse will get it done. Alright. There shouldn't be any more that are currently aggroed. You guys go back home, and I'm just going to grab Seahorse straight up just to repair this, because it is nighttime. Most of my animals should be sleeping. That's another thing too, is with this many fucking animals, I've really got to like try to do a lot of the fence repair at night and stuff, or otherwise they all get hitched up, which, you know, some of them are going to get hitched up here. Although, it depends. I should have wood. Yeah, I got wood nearby, so I cut down a lot of trees when we got here, and it's kind of working out really good, although that is supposed to be stone. So where did you get those rocks from? Here, I guess? I'm guessing she grabbed it from over here, which I've got to check out that to make sure she's not, that we're not storing stuff that I don't want on these benches. I want to... I haven't used shelves much. I still haven't quite worked out the mechanic of fucking grabbing these things. Actually, go for it, kangaroo. That's fine. I haven't quite worked out the mechanic of grabbing singular shelves when they have crap on them. Yeah, I want all of that stuff. Can I select that? Okay, link, unlink. Yeah, give me this. I'll see if I can just grab them like that. There we go. That helps. Alright, I don't want food out here. Clear all that crap. You can have wood. And the reason why I'm saying that they can have wood out here is I literally need them to like store that somewhere. So it counts as like, I know it should count as on my map, but I want it to count as my inventory for if I'm doing like trade or if I'm doing a caravan or something like that, which this one doesn't look like it allocated right. They would have taken all of that off. Somebody wasted their time moving that, but they probably just moved it up to here, which is also fine. That guy looked like we managed to tame him. So hopefully somebody's been roping up the animals. I should be able to do something about that if that's... Okay. Also, this is kind of important, but get an animal hitching spot. Fuck off, rough plant. Yeah. Build one of these things somewhere, at least, in the off chance that you happen to have, like, you know, farm animals, and the farm animals think they're escaping, because it's a lot easier to release them when they're actually attached to something. This is the problem we had here. We had my people tied up my horses here. They couldn't reach the food, and the food wasn't mature enough for them to eat. They started to starve, and then we got raided. And then we set up another caravan up here where I also didn't have a caravan hitching spot, and they did not have access to food. The same animals, and my horses started dying, which is why I just ended up culling them. Just completely, I was just, fuck it, get them dead kind of thing. Instead of consuming those meals, can I get you to haul these? I know Lima's coming up for it, but I think Lima's coming up just to eat it, you know? I don't really care about all the other stuff that's out here. I know that I have food out here, it's going to go bad, whatever. I care about the packaged survival meals. Getting those inside, those are actually like good money. Everything else... I could put... Hold on. I thought about this the other day. I could put... I won't get the top bits, but I will get that. We're going to say... Clear everything. Don't allow anything. One that should force them to start shoving everything back into storage. Should encourage some of like existing animals that can do hauling to come up here and grab stuff. But also, in the event of a trade, I think that also should count as my inventory. So that would be really nice as well. Lucer's just kind of walking around. Unhappy nudity. Why is chicken not got clothes? What are you missing? You need pants. Hold on. Did we bring a tailoring bench? We did. We brought a electric one. I could fit that like here, kind of thing. But it will kind of block off the passageway. I don't really want that there. I haven't... You know what we could do? I know this isn't like actually like a room I want to work in, and it's dark and shit, but let's just put that in there for the moment because it allows me to put the bench down. If they destroy it, fuck it, whatever, they destroy it. But in the event that they don't, and same with that, let me just get this installed too. I don't think I need these. I don't need them connected to power for now, that's for sure. So we'll see. How is my hospital people going? How are you doing, McDolly? Fine. Looks like the majority of the people that I wanted to get up out of hospital are good. I'll just have a quick look around. Somebody's destroyed a bed. That doesn't really surprise me. The other thing too is I can actually just make them make really good beds over and over again to get the experience making it. Also, who got... I guess nobody got those rooms. Mole has taken this one. I don't know if I have another couple here, but I thought I had... Is that here? That wouldn't surprise me. Who? Seahorse. Is it just this one? Yes. She should be fine. I shouldn't have to worry about that. She's a pretty good shot. Kangaroo's pretty close by, if that's the right kangaroo. Hang on a second. Which... Are you the gunner? Yeah, you are. Can you come and just back her up? There we go. Okay, she's fine. This one's probably going to do Manhunter as well, honestly. We'll see how it goes when we get to it. Alright. So I'm not allowing them to build this yet. They did build the electricity. I could do some batteries in here too. Could actually put a battery in there. Hold on. I have a spare battery. I have one that just happens to be laying around. Can we just put this in here for the minute? I also want to get the power through all this. Which I might have to add that hidden conduit a bit off to the side, honestly. We'll see how we go. I kind of feel like I've made my room too hot. Hold on a second. I will resolve said issue. I'm going to open the door. I'm not going to turn on the heater because the cat's just absolutely baking behind me. I got up and Phoenix looked offended. Phoenix is my cat, frame it doesn't know. He